And Arden Key joins us now here on 104.5 The Zone. Arden, Stephen A. Smith for president, yes or no?
High key or low key?
No.
Low key.
Low key. What's happening, bud? Thanks for hopping on.
Hey, what's going on? Everything good? How you?
Man, we're good. We're good. We are curious to see how you guys are going to start to stack these wins, or try to here against the Chargers here in a couple of weeks. What's going right for you right now, Arden?
Just continue being consistent with working, doing individual work that I can when I can within the practice schedule, and continue being consistent with that.
So I'm Jackson actually is gonna play one of the highlights from this game that you guys won in overtime over the Patriots, and we'll play it for you. Then you'll take us through the play if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Pump, May, hit, fumble the football. Hasty tries to get on it. He doesn't. It looks like a Titan got on it, but did Lowe take it away from it? Titan ball! The hit and the strip by Key, and the recovery made by Simmons.
Walk us through it, bub.
Oh man, just coming off had a pass rush opportunity. Hit the left tackle 59. Saw he was outside hand shooter. And with those, there's a couple moves that you can do with it. My go-to move is a cross chop. Came across the edge. Saw him pump. While he was pumping, I was reaching for the ball to try to get the ball, and I saw him bring it down. And I came and hit him from the back and saw the ball loose. Hit the ball, attack the ball, and separate the ball from the man.
And Jeff able to pounce on it, give you guys a short field opportunity, offense able to capitalize and help you guys en route to that overtime win. It felt like you, Jeff, we talked to him in the locker room yesterday, and he was talking about getting a few more one-on-one opportunities to try and win. Has it felt like you guys have been able to create more of those, not just for Jeff, but for you as well in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, those, the one-on-ones, and then us taking what we went through those first 6 games. We didn't play up to par as we thought we should be doing. And we just spent overtime just looking at the plays, seeing where we can make our hay at within the scheme of the defense, seeing different positions that we can line up in, and just communicate with the defense coordinator and allowing what we communicate come in with the play calls.
That Arden Key here with us on 104.5 The Zone. The Titans are at the Chargers this weekend. You can hear the coverage right here on 104.5 The Zone, the Titans Radio Network. With that, Arden, we talked to you about Denard throughout the course of the year, obviously training camp as well. It seems like he has you guys, the Green Bay game, a bit of an outlier, just some missed tackles in there as much as anything else. But it seems like he has you guys operating at a high level week in and week out. Detroit was a tough outcome, the special team situation, creating short fields and things like that. I know there was some eye discipline stuff in there as well. But what is it about Denard and this coaching staff entirely, whether it's Ben Bloom, who you work with, the outside linebackers coach, or whomever is involved in your week-to-week preparation, what is it about them that's keeping you guys so consistent?
I think it's just, really, to be honest, I think it's the glue. I think defense are tight. We're a tight-knit group on the defensive side of the ball. And I think it shows on Sunday. We play a lot for each other, not just for the name on the front and the name on the back, but we also play for each other on the defensive side of the ball. And if anything or any concerns that we have within the scheme of the defense, then I think there's a lot of guys that's on the defensive side of the ball that has the courage to go up to the defense coordinator and talk about the specific plays on whether we feel like we should change or, sometimes we come in and we talk to the D coordinator and things don't change, and sometimes we talk to them and things do change. So I think it's a good team thing as far as defense, where the defense coordinator listens to his players and the defensive players are a close-knit group, and you see that on Sundays each week.
And with that, Arden, it's such an interesting thing to talk to you guys and the headspace that you're in every week versus what it looks like on the outside. And I know you don't care about external stuff, but you know that you as a locker room, as a unit, defensively, as an individual player, you have no choice but to find ways to maintain the level of positivity, because you have to go out there and perform on Sundays or Thursdays or Mondays, whatever the case may be, regardless of what the record looks like and what this looks. Is there any one thing that you do as far as maintaining that mindset, compartmentalizing some of the stuff that goes awry to make sure that you're still right mentally?
I think it's experience for me. Been in this situation before when I first entered the league with the Raiders, and going through this situation, I wasn't playing my best football. I allowed the record and everything that was going on outside of football and within football to affect my play on the field. And now that I'm older, had success in the league and has experience in the league. Now I know when those hardships come, I know how to handle those and be able to block that out and be able to continue to perform on the football field.
And certainly been able to do that especially in the last couple of weeks, not just as an individual, but as a unit as well. Titans getting their second win of the season, trying to make it a third in Los Angeles on Sunday. Were you surprised that the trade deadline came and went and that you were still on the roster here?
No, I mean, I didn't really take it into any mind. I know that it's a business. I know the business side of it, just my experience in the NFL. So I didn't put I didn't look in it too much. If things would have happened, then it would have happened. And I've been okay with that, just because I understand the business side of it. And knowing that sometimes it's me, and then sometimes it's not. It's other positions where we might need it, or whatever the case may be when it comes to these different type of trades that happen.
And given that experience, Arden, your time spent in the league, like that sounds like somebody who's seen a lot of these business transactions go down. I imagine that's a headspace that has to be developed over the course of seeing these things happen versus what you might have felt as a younger player in a similar situation.
Yeah, yes, sir. Especially when I first got in, I wasn't naive to anything not happening to me, and just taking heed to what was going on, the trade that went down. Some were close friends where I was able to talk and see what the situation was, what was said, why was you traded, X, Y, and Z, and everybody. What I realized in the league, everybody's situation is different.
Arden Key here with us on 104.5 The Zone. All right, we haven't played the game all year. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
High key or low key with Titans outside linebacker Arden Key, the game known around the world. High key or low key? Arden Key for president.
High key.
High key. What would be your first course of action?
Oh, I don't know. I got to listen to the people.
That is the correct. That's a very politician answer, Arden. Look
you got
at
my
you.
vote.
All right, who in the Titans locker room would be most likely to run for president?
Most likely, Dan Morgan, Nick Folk.
Interesting. Nick Folk, who just turned 40. He
is old enough.
For the team, for so many of the dudes in the locker room. It was great work by the Titans social media team to go around and ask things that the players thought Nick Folk was younger or older than. The fact that Nick Folk is older than Google is hilarious.
I mean, you got to be 35 to run for president,
yep.
Right? So I don't know how many players in the Titans locker room would actually legally be able to, but Nick Folk certainly would. High key or low key, this is Arden Key's best 3-game stretch of his NFL career.
I'll say low key. They got a better stretch in San Fran. They had a longer stretch, actually, in San Fran when I was playing with San Fran.
So it's 4 sacks in 3 games. What about that stretch you're talking about makes it the best for you?
Yes. Hockey.
Okay. So Arden Key playing his best football right now. What's clicking for you right now?
The individual work. That's clicking. That's something that I haven't done in my career. Do those individual work. I do what I do in the summertime and pretty much leave it in the summer and do everything that I am asked for on the specific team. And I feel like this year is what's changing my field of play, is getting that extra work within the individual periods of practice.
High key or low key with Titans outside linebacker Arden Key. Pre-game fits impact in-game performance.
High key.
Look good, feel good, play good, baby. There's no doubt. Do you have somebody help you with your pregame fits? Because I catch them on social media, Arden. You got it right.
Yeah. No, I don't have nobody help me. It's a taste. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so I done seen a lot of people wear a lot of different clothes and a lot of different styles.
That's Arden's polite way of telling us that we have no taste whatsoever and that we need to do better when we're putting together
Somebody
our outfits.
really needs to map it out for us.
Listen, I need a blueprint, Arden. Every week it's tough for me.
High key or low key, Christmas decorations should not be allowed until after Thanksgiving.
High key.
I couldn't agree more. We are coming up on the holiday season. Do you enjoy playing the holiday games? Have you ever gotten to play on Thanksgiving?
No, day after Thanksgiving.
Would you want to play on Thanksgiving? Do you think you would enjoy that? Or do you just want to take that?
Nah, I like to enjoy that with the family.
Yeah.
Had a day off, come in, practice, meet, and then go and chill with the family. It's better afterwards. You get to eat, get to digest it, and then go out and play.
Two more for you. High key or low key, sack celebrations should always be pre-planned.
Low key.
You just got to feel it in the moment, right?
Spur of the moment.
You got to feel it in the moment. You never know. It might be a regular sack. It might be a sack fumble. You can't get the same excitement with a regular sack than a sack fumble. So it's all predicated on what happened on that play.
Do you bank a few? Do you have sort of an array? Is it multiple choice? Okay, I'm going to go to the Dragon Ball Z one if this happens, or I'm just going to flex if this happens, or do you just go total spur of the moment?
Because Weave used to take them off of TikTok and then try and practice them on the field. You remember that, I'm sure.
Yes. For me, I'm going to do the same thing every time. It might be a little more animated, but it's going to be the same, roll them up. Yeah.
I love it. All right, last one for current Titans and former LSU outside linebacker Arden Key. High key or low key, Arden, Alabama should be favored to beat LSU in Baton Rouge on Saturday. They are favored by 3 in an elimination game this weekend.
No key.
No key.
Not even low key.
Get him out of there.
Not even low.
No key whatsoever. That's Arden Key, Titans outside linebacker. Buddy, thanks for being a great sport as always. Good to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
That's Arden Key there with us today. High Key, Low Key, America's #1 game show. Don't tell Drew Carey, Steve Harvey, or otherwise who are all on our screen at the same time for some reason.
We're watching Steve Harvey right now.
When nobody ever accused us of being original, we spend so much time watching game shows during the show. It's the only way that we know how to interview players anymore.
I love when we get him really thinking about one. When we get the which one did we get him with? The pre-planned sack celebration one?
I will say, because somebody brought it up in the chat, that the discussion around trading Arden and things like that, and actually Sebastian Joseph Day asked me why I wanted him traded yesterday in the locker room, which was pretty funny. But I am glad that he did not get traded for personal reasons, because he is one of the most enjoyable people in that locker room, and I think they need people like Arden Key to keep it loose. There really is something to be said about that. Now, the performance obviously is a huge part of that, and Arden is playing, by his own admission, some of the best football, if not the best stretch of football that he's had. What is this, year 7 for Arden? Year 6? I think it's right around there. They need him. They need him this year. They need him next year. I think that he, of the 2 potential trades that could have happened on trade deadline day, he made the most sense to keep. He made the most sense to keep, given that regardless of what your draft strategy involves, a day 1 or day 2 pick on an edge guy, you still need guys like Arden to continue to make sure that pass rush can maintain consistency. And whether he's a situational guy or not, he's done well. And by the way, Denard Wilson has done well to scheme him and Jeff into more advantageous situations here in the last couple of weeks, because Arden can get off with in obvious pass rush situations, and if you can just get him a one-on-one, he's a lot faster than a lot of these tackles. Just easy for him to. It's not a full, what does Matt call it, motorcycle lean. It's not quite that, but he's just a lot faster than some of these tackles.
Speedster.
Anyway, 615-737-1045, the number if you want to get involved. John Eccles on YouTube, where you can also interact, F&M Bank Chat, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, says, for a dismal Titan season, that segment of High Key, Low Key was great. Titan interview segment, yes. Arden always delivers on that front, certainly. Coming up next, NFL teams. We talked about college football playoff teams. No doubt are on the cusp pretenders. There's one NFL team that I can't figure out what bucket I want to put them in, and they're on the Titans schedule. I'm Buck Reising. It's 104.5 The Zone.